Sound off, interesting people saying interesting things. And the first one is going to be the owner of the New York Giants. That's John Mara. So he was asked how he feels about the contract that they gave Daniel Jones and the quarterback situation that they have there. And he said, I'm still happy we gave him that contract because I thought he played really well for us in 22. We have the sound. Let's actually hear him say.
I'm still happy we gave him that contract because I thought he played really well for us in 22. Last year he got hurt, and let's be honest, when he was playing, we weren't blocking anybody. So let's give him a chance with a better offensive line and with some weapons around him to see what he can do.
Pretty direct. And look, he's going to stand behind his quarterback. I mean, if he had said there were no circumstances under which John Mara, who has owned that team literally his entire life, is going to say, oh, yeah, that contract was a colossal mistake. Boy, do I regret that. So I get it. But at the same time, I think he's kind of standing behind his guy. Does he have a point? Does he have any point, a leg to stand on?
Daniel Jones is bad.
Yep.
He's a bad quarterback. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. He's a bad quarterback that can't stay on the field.
But was he not bad in 22? Like, tell me.
He was
again,
okay.
What did you call him? The Trinity?
I called him the Holy Trinity, which is injury-prone, expensive, and bad. That's a pretty bad combination of things.
Injury-prone, I can't argue with.
Okay.
That obviously
Sure.
he is. Expensive is a relative term.
He makes $11 million against the cap more than Patrick Mahomes this year.
Yeah, but using Patrick Mahomes' contract, I don't think is a fair one because so many people have outdone that.
Sure.
So he's not making the money that the big-time quarterbacks are all getting paid now,
He's
right?
in that ballpark. He's in the high 40s. I mean, when you give, it's only going to be essentially 2 years guaranteed, but you gave him $160 million.
Right.
That was top
but you
of
get
the
out of it in
last
2 years.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
It'll be give him a quick. So let's deal in the bad.
Sure.
2 years ago, at the end of 2 seasons ago, when they made the playoffs and he obliterated Minnesota in a playoff game, did we think he was bad?
I thought he was okay, not worth. You signed those kind of contracts because you think the quarterback is going to make up the value of the players you're going to lose against the cap, okay? Daniel Jones was never that. To me, the Giants were looking for stability for the sake of stability. They wanted to say, we had this guy, let's go forward with him. Let's have Brian Dable, who orchestrated one of the best quarterback blow-ups in the history of the sport with Josh Allen. Let's have him do that with Daniel Jones. It didn't work. It hasn't worked. I don't agree that John Mara is happy with that deal, that he doesn't regret it. They tried to replace him. When you're paying over $40 million and there's a couple Hard Knocks episodes about you trying to maybe get another guy and interviewing Drake May and Jaden Daniels and all of these guys, it means you're not happy with the contract you gave out.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing completely with the things you're saying. I am saying there are a lot of teams out there that aren't completely disgusted with their own quarterback who would have taken the opportunity to get Jaden Daniels, would have taken the opportunity maybe to get Drake May, because they think that he could wind up being a great player. I guess what I'm saying is he had a pretty good year in 22. Just stay with me. I'm trying to make the best case I can, Hawk. He had a pretty good year in 22. Now, Saquon Barkley played a big role in that, but the use of his legs and all that kind of stuff. Daniel Jones is so much more athletic than people, I think, generally give him credit for. He had a very decent year. They had a surprisingly good season. Last year, he got hurt immediately. Now, that's his problem. He tends to get hurt all the time, and that I can't defend. But I guess what I'm saying is, if he were to remain healthy, do we not think he could play at a level that he played at 2 years ago, at which time we were not saying, oh, he's terrible? Hawk, your thoughts?
I think so. I mean, you're not crazy for in 22, him having the season that he had and them giving him a contract. That's the whole point of playing the game. If you play well enough and you say, well, are there better options for my quarterback than what he just displayed in this 22 season? The answer is no. You give him the deal. Now, to your point, him not being healthy, you lose a lot in the run game without Saquon Barkley, or in the moments where Saquon Barkley wasn't healthy. That's a different question. And even in the draft last year, where the debate was, should they went and got somebody else? At the spot they were at in the draft, this is obviously if they didn't move up, I don't feel like they were so confident that there were other quarterbacks out there that were that step up from Daniel Jones. In the worst case, you'll be back in that scenario again and have that option again. But I don't think they're crazy for giving him another year with a better offensive line at being healthy and a chance to kind of relive what he did in 22.
All right, so let's leave that one there for the moment. We'll see what they wind up doing as they go forward. Let's go to the next one.